First off, the big boy. It's in the Big Ten. It's a game that I've been thinking about all week, Aaron, and it's kind of a shitty way for me to start because I don't know that I still have a great read on it, and that's Penn State, Ohio State. Like, it's in the shoe, but even then, I watched Michigan go in there last year on a beautiful day and handle it like it was nothing. So I don't know. I mean, it's intimidating, sure. I don't know if the NLBLs have an advantage there. Like we said, I think I trust Ohio State's offense more, but I don't think I trust their offense more in the context of going against these two defenses. But I will readily cede, Aaron, that I think you've got a better read on this game than I do. How are you feeling about the Nittany Lions and the Buckeyes?
Well, it's going to come down to who can create explosive plays. I do think both these defenses are playing at a high level right now, and especially Penn State. Like that is you'd probably put them and Michigan as the top two defenses, and I don't think Ohio State's that far behind this season either. But you have the advantage of yes, you're at home for Ohio State at least. It's going to be loud, it's going to be rowdy, and you have a young quarterback that really has not had to play in a game like this magnitude on the road like this. Like, what are his nerves heading into that game? And we've seen young quarterbacks struggle this year and struggle forever. Like, I was a young quarterback. I played as a redshirt freshman. It ain't easy. Like, I had to go into South Carolina. I had to go to Tennessee. I had to go to Auburn. It is hard as hell. It is intimidating. It takes time. Like, where I was my first true game at South Carolina to where I was by the end of the season, I made some big jumps because you learn how to deal with the communication. You learn the nonverbal signals, and you just gain confidence in yourself. Well, right now, to me, when I look at the quarterback situation, Drew Allar has played well this season, but he's been really protected. They haven't really asked him to do a lot. They've relied on the defense. They've relied on trying to run the football effectively with their two great running backs. But this isn't a game where you can hide him. You will be exposed offensively if you're one-dimensional. So that's my big concern heading into this. Of I look at the quarterbacks. I know the defenses are going to be good. Next up, what quarterback can make the most explosive plays consistently, and which quarterback can take care of the football? I have a slight edge in that to Ohio State in this game.
The thing I keep going back to is I feel like the Penn State defense is slightly better than the Ohio State defense. Now, at the end of the day, what are we even? I mean, I'm kind of grasping at straws, right? I think Ohio State gives up 9 points a game. I think Penn State gives up 8 points a game. I think Michigan gives up 7 points a game, right? So statistically, all are dominant. But I saw a Notre Dame defense that pretty much shut down Ohio State, and I think Penn State's defense is better than what Notre Dame is bringing to bear.
That was on the road too.
It was on the road. I mean, that's the other monkey.
I hate to say it, but like, you know this. You played center. You understand the difficulties of what it takes. You were a center at LSU. You had to play in Tuscaloosa. You had to play in some big time stadiums. It really is. It forces you to take your game to a whole nother level. So I don't think
unless you can run it, right? And that's the thing. I know you're saying that you're not going to be able to hide Drew Allar, and you're not completely, right? Like, he's going to have to make plays here and there. But what's the old other football cliche? What travels well, Aaron? Defense and running the ball, right? Well, if Penn State can run it, which they have by far been the best the best team in the conference in doing so, averaging over 200 rushing yards a game, 44 attempts a game as well. So really go for it. If they can run it well, then that becomes a massive advantage, because I don't think that Ohio State's going to be able to. And I think that Ohio State's going to have to rely on Kyle McCord. And I don't like, I guess that's what I'm kind of chipping away at here. It's easier for Penn State to rely less on Drew Allar than it is for Ohio State to rely on Kyle McCord. And I don't think that Kyle McCord is going to hold up very well against this top tier Penn State defense. I'm feeling the Nittany Lions here.
Wow.
I think I'm feeling the Nittany Lions to go into and look, and that would be a disastrous loss for Ryan Day, especially after, this is a tough team, the whole rant against Lou Holtz. Okay, well, we're going to see how tough you are. Go out there and prove it. Because right now you got a pretty damn tough NFL laden squad in Penn State. Like from a pure talent standpoint, I feel like these guys are pretty equal. In fact, I think Penn State may have more NFL talent on the defense, while Ohio State's gonna have more weapons on the outside.
Is it crazy for me to say, like, one, I think the under, I don't even know what the over-under is, but I'm just saying take the under. It's weird to say this, but first to 20 wins?
Okay, so right now we have an over-under of, no, that's actually spot on, Aaron, because it's at 45.5. So that is, I mean, what was Ohio State Notre Dame, was what, 20-14?
No, 17-10.
Oh, 17-10? It wasn't even 24. Okay, so I mean, yes, this feels like it could
17-14, excuse me, 17-14. 17-14.
This feels like it could be 24-17, maybe at
I think getting 20 is going to be. I think it's going to be.
I'll say this.
I do not trust either quarterback. I have not been. I think both have progressed at times this season, but I don't trust either against these defenses.
Exactly. And that's where Penn State's other advantages come into play. I think their defense is slightly better, and
Ohio State can run the football a little bit, but if Trayvon's healthy, healthy,
look, statistically, all I'm saying is Ohio State's 9th in the league right now compared to Penn State.
Who do you trust to make more explosive plays in this game? I would say Ohio State. I think you're going to
better be Ohio State. If Ohio State's not making more explosive plays, then they do lose. Like if Marvin, that is where Ohio State has to win, is on the edge with those weapons, just like Penn State has to win on the ground. It's actually a pretty fascinating contrast of cultures in that way. In that Penn State needs the running game, that's their big advantage to hit, and Ohio State needs Marvin Harrison Jr., that receiving core, to hit.
Yeah, but I know the numbers.
I'm going Penn State on the road.
Okay.
I'm calling it.
Final call.
I'm going to. I think I'm bet money.
I'm going Ohio State. I'm going low scoring game. Ohio State finds a way to win the football game. Drew Allar's taking care of the football this season. I think he makes one or two mistakes in this game.